Lessons for making over six figures in trading over the last 12 months. The first one is going to be mastering one asset. A good example I can give is that it's easier to just focus on learning one new language instead of learning multiple different languages. Because each language is going to have different tenses and different characteristics and different words that you need to get accustomed to. And the same thing applies for trading as well. Each asset is going to will trade differently, move differently, will have different lot size calculations, contract size calculations, and different characteristics as well. So it's very important that you only, like if you want to focus on getting profitable as soon as possible, it's important that you focus on one asset at a time. The second one will be one session. So a lot of traders make this mistake where they're like on the charts 24/7, trading the entire day, over trading and making no money. Yeah. So when I go to prop firm expos, most of the time these traders come to me with this problem, and they don't even realize they're a problem. They just overcomplicate it. So what I told them to do was, what is your ideal dream scenario as a trader? And I gave them my example. For me, it was only trading for like 2 to 3 hours a day. So that's ideally one session. And I prefer to trade first thing in the morning so that I'm done with it and then I can carry on with the rest of my day. Because of this, I mainly trade London session with gold. And I'm usually done within 2 to 3 hours, sometimes even 10 minutes. But if I don't find a good setup at London session, and if I have nothing else to do during the day, I can either choose to trade New York session, or I can just come back tomorrow and look for another setup in London session. Because you need to remember there are 260 trading days in a year, so there's no reason for me to force a setup or take dumb trades. Yeah. The third one is risk management, and a lot of people don't realize how important this is. I had sent 3 setups, I think it was last Tuesday, on my free Telegram, and because of good risk management, we ended up getting 2.5 hour from that trade. If we did not move our stops to break even, we would have hit -3 hour SL, which is an absolute huge swing. That's the difference between you getting a 2.5% payout and you getting close to your daily drawdown. Yeah, especially when, like, risk management is the most important thing, honestly, and you need to do it based on your experience and based on the data you have collected. So for that particular setup, I had a strong feeling that we were going to break through those lows just because we weren't going higher, and because of that I moved my stop to break even and we were out for 2 hour. The final one is, ideally you have to don't revolve your entire life around trading, but find trading to fit your life. What that means is, for example, if you're working a 9 to 5 job, don't aspire to be a day trader, because realistically you will not be able to focus on trading and on your 9 to 5 job. You might end up doing bad at both. You end up losing money in trading, might end up doing a bad job at work, and you might end up getting fired. So in my experience, I would not recommend that. What I would suggest to do is to find a session or a strategy that suits your lifestyle. So for example, if you're busy with 9 to 5, either find a session where you can trade in the night, where you can day trade in the night, or early morning, but I would not recommend that, to be honest. I would just tell you to become a swing trader. Yeah, because you can make a lot of money swing trading as well, and it's much less stressful compared to day trading, and that's for sure. The only thing is it takes a lot longer to learn how to become a swing trader, and you also need to have a lot of patience, because let's say you wait 2 weeks for a setup You either miss it because you were in the meeting or something, or it hits your SL. So now you probably have to wait a few days or a week again till you find the next setup. Whereas with day trading, if you take a loss, there's still a possibility you might find something good in the same session, or if not in the same session, you might find something during the next trading day, which is why I really like to day trade, and it just suits my personality a lot more. If you're interested in how I make these big payouts and how I trade, check out my free Telegram and my Discord where I share all my trades from trade forecast to execution. So I'll show you what I'm expecting for the day, and if the price action doesn't align with that, I just sit out and I don't trade. The second thing is that if it does align with the day, I'll send you my entry SL and my TP, and I'll also give you tips on risk management as well. So first link in the description, and also follow me on X for regular updates on my trading journey, and I'll see you on the inside.